Hi, Steve.
Hi.
My role is to help dads that scare and hurt their family, and that's why I'm here to talk to you today. I want to talk to you as fathers are important, and I know you're important in your kids' lives. So I'm here to talk to you about your kids and what is important for them and you as a father. So, to support you, I'd like to understand a bit more about you as a dad. Can you describe to me um, your values and what's important for you?
Listen, all that matters to me, I love my kids. I want the best for them. I just want I just want to get this situation sorted out. She's mad, to be honest, and
Mm.
I'm worried about a drug problem. It's not good for my kids.
Well, if you're, it sounds like you have a connection with your kids, and it sounds like you want to continue that connection. So I want to talk to you about your values as a dad and what's important for you regards your values. So can you explain a little bit more about that? What?
Dads are important, dads are so important to kids. To me, I want them to have fun. I have fun with them. I take them fishing. I play football with them.
Yeah.
I want them to do well at school. They're not doing well at school because she can't get up in the morning. Um, I just want my kids to have everything. I
And
really do.
that sounds like some good values that you have there. So tell me a bit more about that. How do you do that? Like when you're saying, how do you support their education?
Well, I don't really do much with the school. That's her job, isn't it? But I would. I just I don't really I don't really know what I can do. Um, I'm worried about her, but I don't know what I can do for the kids at school, really. You tell
Okay.
me.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a few things I want to talk to you about. Some of your behaviors probably aren't matching your values that you have as a dad. And I want to focus on three areas today. So I want to talk to you about your kids' education. So I'm glad that you brought that up. I also want to talk to you about how you can support your kids' identity, their cultural identity, about them being Aboriginal. And I want to talk to you also about how you scare your kids as well.
I'd never hurt my kids. If I've seen them get scared, but that's really that's about her. That's I get so angry with her.
Well, let's look into that a little bit more. I mean, when you've done a lot of property damage to the house and put holes in the walls, when you do that, it scares the kids, and this isn't matching with your values of connecting with the kids, which you told me about, and your values of supporting their education. Can you understand though when you hurt someone they love or scare someone that they love, like their mum, or scare them, that's going to impact them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So
right.
can you tell me about some other impacts that it would have on them when you're doing that? When you're putting holes in the walls and you're, shouting or whatever you're doing. Can you tell me a bit more about the impacts that they would be feeling and experiencing?
I know afterwards that well, they look they look scared, like I know they do. Yeah, I know. I wish we could stop this, but
Yeah,
yeah, and I
yeah.
know, and I just I don't know what to do, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, so that's where we can work through that a bit more. I mean, your kids, I can tell you a bit more about the impacts on kids because for them, they get anxiety, they find it hard to concentrate at school, they'd be worried about their mum. That's what we find kids tell us when that happens. So that's why it's so important that you think about that and the impacts and how you actually can change that. Um, Okay, so can you tell me what you
Yeah,
can do not to scare them?
well, obviously, I obviously, if I wasn't being loud and banging around, that would be a good thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to keep saying this, but it's her that gets me going on these things.
Okay. Okay. Well, how about something that I do, which is it works really well, is we put a plan in place. So we'll support you. What we can do is we could put the things in the plan that you want to stop and the things that you want to start. That can be based around your values. So, and then we're all on the same page. And that it's almost getting to be the best dad that you can be that way. I mean, there was another thing I want to talk to you about as well, is about how you can support your kids to feel good about their Aboriginal identity and their culture. So can you talk to me about how you can support that for the kids?
Well, listen, I don't know much about that stuff.
So what we can do is we can certainly get someone to come and talk to you about that, and so you can understand a bit more about that. That I'm not going to be the best person to do that, but I can certainly find someone who's Aboriginal to talk to you about that. Um, certainly when you're calling mum, you know, derogatory names or put downs about her being Aboriginal and the colour of her skin, that's something that's going to impact her and the kids about how they feel about themselves. So an impact from that that.
I lose my temper and I say those things to their mum, but it's not meant for them. It's not. I'm saying this because she makes me angry. There's no way I'd want. That's not about them.
Yeah, but when it's about their mum and she's Aboriginal, then it's about them too. So that's the impact it has. So that.
I hadn't thought about it like that before. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that before. So I would like to know more. Yeah.